Carson,
Y'all.
would you rather have your mouth taped shut for a year or one hand tied behind your back for a year?
One hand tied behind my back for a year. Not being able to talk for a year? You're kidding.
You might be able to learn how to talk with your mouth closed.
Yeah, but I can also learn how to do stuff with one hand. I can't even get behind the mouth taping trend when you sleep because that freaks me out.
Yeah, because what if you need to wake up and yap your yap in the middle of the night?
Yeah, or eat something or drink water.
Well, yeah, obviously that.
I don't know. I feel like that makes me claustrophobic feeling.
Yeah.
What about you?
That's a really tough one. That's a really tough one.
Ooh, learning how to change a site with one hand.
That would be...
We could do it.
Yeah, that would be epic. That would be...
There's someone
really
out there that
epic.
knows how to do it.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, actually, what would hold me up the most is the texture of the tape on my face. I would really be overstimulated by that.
That's what you're worried about the most.
That actually is what I'm worried about the most.
I'm I couldn't talk. Fine. Guess I'll be doing the podcast alone for the next year.
No, I'll just go like this.
And that would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That was good.
Please stay on the line, and your diabesties will be with you shortly.
You're listening to Hotline To Her. I'm Carson, your favorite diabestie.
And I'm Tini, your resident hot diabetic. We're here to help you feel like that girl beyond diabetes. And today, we're helping you make some friends.
Yeah. Friendships. We're talking about friendships.
Yes.
Friendships and diabetes. Friendships in general.
Friendships, literally make the world go round.
Yeah.
But
we love.
Really hard to navigate sometimes. Before we dive in, should we check our blood sugars?
Yes.
Okay.
We should. How are you doing?
I am 216 flat, which I'm really glad we're checking because all my insulin is out of board.
Off board.
Off board. Off board is a good one.
I have no idea, out of... Your insulin's been used and gone.
My insulin is out of office.
Whoa, I just choked on my breath.
You okay?
Did you hear that? I was like,
no.
I'm 93 flat.
Wow.
Thank God, because
that was quick.
I've been high this entire day.
Yeah.
So
finally got its act together.
Literally, my body started being like, oh, insulin brings blood sugar down. Okay, we got it now.
It's like, oh, hey, we like that stuff.
Yeah. It was oh my God. I don't even want to talk about how long I've been high.
Well, that just gave me an opportunity to bolus. So thank you.
Perfect.
I love it.
Okay. We're talking about friendship.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a lot of ways that we can go about talking about friendships and diabetes.
Yes.
But I think the most important thing, at least that I have learned, is the shift of being okay, I'm not a burden to these people. These people love me with and without diabetes.
Yeah, there's a lot of parallels to romantic relationships and friendships when it comes to doing that inner work before you can show up in the way that one, you should in a friendship, but two, in order to accept a good friendship, right?
Yeah.
Part of being a good friend and also accepting that you deserve good friends is accepting that you deserve love and good relationships and people who support you in your life.
Right.
Because people want to. I think that's something that's often the hardest hurdle for diabetics to get over. We heard this a few times, in Hot Diabetic Club on some of the retreats too. When we talk about this with other diabetics, it is how do I not let this weigh heavy on my friends? I don't ever want to slow up the group. I don't want to take up space.
I think that's something that I had to work on because I was diagnosed in college I was always surrounded by my friends and, I love them so much and they were very supportive of my diagnosis, of course. But it's something that I had to do the mental work of being okay, just because I need to sit down at this party or whatever, doesn't mean I'm killing the vibe. It doesn't mean I'm being lame or whatever. No, I just have something that I need to put first right now, and that's okay. And I think that is something that I had to learn unfortunately, I am susceptible to getting FOMO. I feel like FOMO has a interesting seat at the table when it comes to diabetes, because sometimes you just like have to miss out because your health comes first, you know? And I think that's something I really had to learn. And that also ties in with me being like, okay, these people love me and support me for me and me with diabetes as well. And so they know I'm not killing the vibe. They know I'm not being lame. They know I want to be here. They know I didn't choose this either, you know? So I think it comes down to the self-talk that you give yourself, but then of course, like obviously paying attention to how the others react around you, and like evaluating what's, you know, good energy and what's not is important too. But yeah, I totally agree. That's a huge part of it.
Yeah. And I think understanding that like these people, they love me for who I am and I have diabetes is like probably more something that you would be able to tell yourself and understand if you got diagnosed in the middle of your friendship.
Correct.
Like it is harder to feel that way with new friendships.
So hard.
And that's where like you have to like lead yourself. You have to like feel convicted in you taking up space and you like sitting out for your well-being.
Exactly.
And knowing like, okay, like this is my current situation and I understand if it's not a good fit for someone else, but I love myself enough and I know that the right friendship for me will value that.
Yeah, I agree. You're so right. It's for some reason, well, there is a reason, but it's way harder to do that with new friends than friends that have seen you through so much, obviously.
Yeah.
It made me think of a situation. I was going, I don't know where I was going with a few of my friends, and it was like relatively close to where I live. Like we could walk, but I had just eaten dinner, so I had a lot of insulin on board, and I was with a really close old friend and then a new friend, like getting to know me in general, meeting me in diabetes as well. And they were like, oh, let's just walk, whatever. And I was like, oh, I actually just ate dinner. I have so much insulin on board. If I knew we were going to be walking, I would have planned differently. You know, like, do you mind if we take an Uber? Like, I'll pay for it, whatever. And like my friend that has known me for a while was, are you good to walk or should we Uber? But like the other person didn't really understand like why we were debating that. You know what I mean? So it's just like having these situations come up, and like they were obviously really cool about it, and they were like, oh yeah, let's just Uber, like cool. So but it's just like situations like that where some people will already know, and then others like you can take that moment to educate them. Or I didn't really talk too much about it. I was just like, oh, I have insulin on board, like can we Uber instead? And they were like, yeah. I told them like, you can walk and I will Uber. Like I'm not expecting them to come with me, you know?
That is really nice. And so,
you know,
like,
who you are if you're listening. But it's just like an example. Like she knew, but the other person didn't. And that is a time where, you know, a friend that I'm getting closer with, I got a little bit closer with because they saw into a little bit more the decision making that comes with living with diabetes.
Yeah. Well, and you let them into that decision. So you gave like context onto like why you were making the decision you wanted to make.
Right. And
to like you had someone else who was like, actually, like this is kind of the standard of being a friend of someone with diabetes. So like I'm cool with it. Are you cool with it?
Yeah.
And then it would have been up to that new person to decide,
right,
should I be cool with like changing some of my decisions or not?
And I think a big thing in this story that I'm sharing is like, I did not expect anyone to go with me. You know what I mean? I think that also comes with having diabetes and friendships. Like I have learned to be okay with doing a lot of things by myself because I don't want to be, you know, a hindrance to the group or whatever. And like in this case, it's like not anything big. It's walking or Ubering. And like, also it was cold. So they were like more than happy to get in a car. You know what I mean? But like, I make sure to express like, I have insulin on board, so I'm going to Uber. If you guys want to walk, I'll meet you there. I have no issue going by myself. And I think that's also something I had to teach myself, that like, because I have this, like, this is a me thing, and like people are going to be supportive, but also I can't expect everyone to bend over backwards because that's not what I want them to do and it's not realistic. So like, I'm going to make sure that I'm putting myself first, and that's all I can do. So like, yeah. And then, you know, they went with me because they're amazing, and they also didn't want to be cold, but like, you know what I mean?
It's this fine line with friendships. Like, what do I expect from people? And what is like what is something that I'm like, you know what, this is just my jam. This is what I'm going for. And
Right.
I think a lot of people have to find that balance. And I fear that sometimes, not that we expect too much from our friends, but like we hold friendships to this like insane standard. And like, one, we don't give people grace, and then two, we like expect so much from them. So then when the minute they're like not doing it perfectly, you're like, bye.
Right.
When in reality, it's like, this is a friendship, and I think we can have ride or die friends, like your roommate, who like learned diabetes with you, and she's like, absolutely. But also, like, we have to understand, like, it's okay if people don't know the ins and outs of diabetes. They can still be good friends for you.
And honestly, like, sometimes there's different friends for different, you know, needs, right? And like, some friends meet all needs, some friends meet other needs, you know what I mean? And like, honestly, sometimes it's fun to have a friend that doesn't know anything about diabetes, and like, we don't talk about it at all, you know what I mean?
I think you can have like different levels. Like, we talk about the close friend circles, and like, when we're choosing our friends and we're choosing what to like let people into,
right?
I like to, I'm not like every day classifying my friends, but I have a general understanding of like, if I keep you in my inner circle, these are the standards I have for the friendship. And if they're my standards, like, I'm also treating you with that standard. So like, our friendship, we have this in the close circle, but like, bring it out. Like, now you have a bigger circle. You're not as close, but they're still your friends. You might have a different set of standards for them, and even bigger. And then acquaintances is even different. So it's like, you wouldn't expect an acquaintance to like bend over backwards for you and accommodate and know everything about diabetes.
And I don't want them to do, like, I don't want them to do that,
and
you know?
I mean, you don't even want your friends to do it, but the main thing for me about a close friendship is that there's like acceptance and understanding and mutual respect.
Exactly.
And that can manifest in different ways at different times.
Yep, exactly. And like, you're setting your standards and needs with them, and like, I want to do the same for you. Like, let me know if what I'm saying is too much for you, or crossing a boundary for you. Like, this is a mutual, it's a friendship. It's a two-way street, you know?
Right. Yeah. Like, there could be times where like your friend comes to you and they're like, Carson, I love you so much, and I know like you're going through something really hard right now, but like, we can't just vent every time we hang out.
Exactly.
And I would be really appreciative if a friend came to me and told me that, instead of just like cutting off the friendship.
Exactly. And like, that's a huge thing. Like, I mean, we know like communication is key with any relationship, friendship, romantic, anything, but like, really communicating your needs, but allowing them to communicate their needs back. Yeah.
So then that, like, I feel like happens when you have like this new thing come up in your life, this new diagnosis, and you have to introduce it to your friends. One, it was probably really traumatic. Like, you probably went to the hospital and got diagnosed. So like, your friends know this big event happened.
Exactly.
And then you get to decide how you want to introduce it to them.
Right.
But then there's the other side of it, which is making new friends when you already have diabetes.
Yeah.
And this one, I feel like, is low-key really chill.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's not like we talked about when we are dating.
Like when you bring it up.
It's like in a friendship, like even if you're like on a friendship date, like you're going out, whatever, like you pull out your insulin pump, you take some insulin, they're like, what is that? You explain it, and you can explain it in detail if you want.
Yeah.
And then you move on, because I feel like in a romantic relationship, it depends on what you're looking for. But like, if you're looking for like your life partner, you're like evaluating how like they react and like what their emotional needs are. And then you're like looking and waiting and seeing like, how can they step in and support me?
Right.
Your friend isn't really doing that to the same level. Like, you want a friend to accept you and support you, but it's not as heavy. It's not as like, you know what I mean?
Totally. No, totally. I agree with that. I have made like a few new like beautiful friendships in the past few months, and I don't even think they knew I had diabetes until like the like 6th or 7th time we hang out.
Yeah. And most people are just like, oh, cool.
Right. Like there was really nothing.
Yeah.
Might not even know I have diabetes right now. I have no idea. Yeah. I have no idea. Not something that really like came up because I was just like chilling, doing my own thing. So
yeah, just like showing up as a good friend the way you want to be treated, and then knowing like it's up to you to come into any sort of relationship with the standard that you want for yourself. And so it's like you come into the new friendship and you take up space the way you want to. You bolus at the dinner table before your meal comes out, or you say, hey guys, I got to slow down and fix my low. I'll catch you later. Most of the time your friend is going to stop and wait with you.
Oh yeah.
And then like it's up to you to take space and kind of set that standard with your friend, because maybe they don't even know what being a friend to someone with diabetes looks like.
Exactly.
So, but like then like you said, knowing like I also like I'm maintaining the standard. So even if my friend does something different, like they don't wait for me, is that a big deal to me or not?
Right. And I feel like you can like decide that in different, like you can change your mind whenever you want about it too. Like for me personally, I don't want anyone waiting on me. Like I'm literally like, please go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Validate yourself with the decision you choose. Like I'm not killing the vibe by doing what I need to do.
Right. Exactly.
And I'll just jump right back into the group or into the whatever when I'm ready.
Exactly.
If I'm going out to dinner, I know like if I pull out my insulin pump and take some insulin, my friend is still going to order their dinner.
Right.
Like I'm not impacting their dinner.
Right. Yeah.
And like,
of course.
Or if we're like walking with a group to like a bar or something, like your example, and I said, hold on, I need to stop. Like my friend can decide if they want to stop with me or not.
Yeah.
And like, that's it. Either they're going to stop walking or they're not.
Right. I agree with that. And for me personally, like I don't think that would bother me if they went ahead or if they didn't, because that's like a situation which I choose to give grace to. And I'm like, this is my thing, not yours. Go ahead. I don't care. Like, I don't know. That's just, is that a hot take?
No, I don't think so. And
I don't know.
I don't think we need to put like unrealistic standards on our friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they can still be good friends. We're talking about some like kind of like, this is your choice. What you decide is like, maybe that's not your standard. Maybe you're like, oh, actually I'd be pissed if my friend left me. Yeah.
And also if you would be pissed if your friend left you, like that is your decision. Like totally valid. Like you're validated in that, you know?
And make sure you communicate that with them too.
Right. Exactly. Yes. They can't read your mind. So definitely communicate that with them. But like if it doesn't bother you, then cool. But if it does bother you, also cool and also very valid. Like let them know, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, they can still be there for you and also not handhold you through diabetes.
Exactly. I totally agree with that.
Do you think like the taking up space part of it also includes like letting them know like what to do, like if your blood sugar is low or if there's like an emergency?
Of course. That's something that I definitely hold weight in. And like I would love for my friends, at least one person in the group, to know that I have diabetes. This, like, obviously for safety reasons, one person that you're with needs to know what a low blood sugar is, how to help you, know that you have diabetes. And then I also taught a few of my good friends how to use a glucagon when I was first diagnosed.
Smart. And I think that goes for like trips, vacations.
Yes.
It is a little bit different. Like I feel like if you're introducing yourself into a new group, that's a little bit harder. Like you show up to like a coworker invites you to like a picnic and you like walk up and you're like, oh hey, by the way guys, if I look like this
no, that reminds me, I saw this TikTok where it was like a trend that went around a year ago, but it was like a beautiful like beach scene with like friends on a beach. I don't know the exact wording, but it was like, imagine this scene and then I tell you how to shove this up my nose in case I'm like passed out. Like imagine me ruining the vibe, shoving, like letting you know how to shove this up my nose.
Right. But it is
and
important.
I was like, that's so real, because like it is kind of like, when do you be like, okay, by the way, like you're like, before we start having fun, guys, just wanted to let you know this is what you do in case of an emergency, which like you have to do it, but there's really not like a natural way to bring it up, to be fair. And when I brought it up on trips with friends, it it's what it is. It's kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
You just gotta do it.
Literally, like, I remember going to, this was like our first girls trip of our friend group, and it was a music festival, and I had to literally sit down and be like, serious talk, guys. This is always in my purse.
Yeah.
Here's how to administer it.
Right.
If I pass out, administer this first and then call 911.
Exactly.
And then I quizzed them, like waited
As
2
you
hours
should.
and I said, do you guys remember what steps we have to follow? I think it was when I had the manual glucagon where you had to like pull the syringe and do all the stuff.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen one of those.
Oh yeah, they're like super old school. Now I'm on the Bisquimi or whatever, up the nose.
The Baqsimi, that's the one I have.
Baqsimi.
Yeah.
Bisquimi.
Bisquimi. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It might be that. I have no idea.
I have no idea. But anyways, like sometimes you just have to be serious. But if you're going into a new group, like let's say the coworker invites you to a picnic.
Yeah.
Like I think you just tell the person who invited you.
Yeah. That's actually, I mean, we can do a whole nother episode on coworkers and diabetes and stuff. But I was going to say that's actually something I ran into when I went on my first work trip. I was like, who do I tell?
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is like low-key awkward, even though it shouldn't be. Like I felt a little bit awkward. And I was like, so who do I tell to like shove this on my nose if I need help? So thankfully I had like a bestie coworker on my first work trip. Sweet. And so I just told her and she was like, I understand. So yeah,
but like entering new situations, like just try to like, I mean, also social awareness. If you're only going to be there like 30 minutes, an hour, but if you're there all day, it might be important to tell someone.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though diabetes is your responsibility, your friends and the people around you, as long as they're good human beings, like if I was with a group of friends and like there was a stranger who passed out, this has actually happened to me. Like I was at a music festival and we're standing like in GA, like really close to the whatever. Right. Some girl passed out.
Oh gosh.
She like fell to the ground and I'm like, oh my God, like what's wrong with her? And the boyfriend was like, it's her blood sugar. Immediately snapped into action. One, because I knew what to do.
Right.
But it's like everyone around wanted to help this girl.
Yeah.
And so it's like everyone with you wants to help you. Like nobody wants to see you like pass out and be unwell.
Exactly.
So it's just like, just tell someone. And most of the time the group's going to be like, okay, cool. Thanks for letting us know.
Right. Like if you're a good human, you're going to listen and be like, yeah, I want you to be safe.
Yeah.
You know?
And so like, yeah, you as the diabetic might feel slightly awkward being like, hey guys, I got to make this about me for 10 seconds. And you can call it out like that. I feel like that kind of breaks the ice.
Exactly.
Too.
I kind of do that. Like I'm going to, hold on guys, I got to say something real quick. Yeah. Like I just kind of make it funny, but then I'm like, okay, actually serious.
Yeah. So. It's like teeny time for 10 seconds, please. And then you just give your spiel and just give my spiel. And then I'm like, carry on.
And it is like, it will be kind of awkward because like I said, there's literally no like natural time to be like, okay, in case I pass out though, like that doesn't really come up in conversation too much.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree. So a bad friend is bad.
Yes.
Bars. Unfortunately, I have had my share of bad friends, and I'm sure at times in my life I have also been a bad friend.
Oh yeah.
It's like really all about learning and growing and figuring out how to show up for people. But yeah, I think like every relationship is so unique and different, and you kind of go into the friendship learning, but then also figuring out how to show up for your people.
Right. And figuring out how to show up for your people while also taking care of your needs is, I feel like, an important line to talk about.
Yeah, I agree. Like even not even like having bad friends, but being a bad friend.
Right. I think like we need to know that there's a difference between like being a bad friend and being like, oh, my diabetes.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Part of my philosophy is that like we need to take radical ownership of our actions, even as diabetics. And so I think if I am constantly canceling plans in the name of my diabetes, if I am constantly and canceling as in like super last minute, like
right.
blowing you off.
Yeah.
I think if I am blaming my bad attitude on high blood sugars,
that's a big one.
It's not that like it happens and
it
you
really
have
does.
to put your needs first. Like,
yeah.
So if you're having a whack diabetes day, like, and you need to rest, that is totally fine.
Yeah.
I think
Very
it
valid.
is okay to communicate your needs to your friends.
Very valid.
If you do it 3 times in a row, if I was your friend, I would be annoyed.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like if it's a constant thing, if it's like every single time you have plans and then you're like, oh, my diabetes, like,
not cool.
Okay.
Not cool.
Right.
Yeah. And we can be honest with ourselves too, because there's been times where like I feel like garbage. My blood sugar's 300. I'm like, oh, I really want to cancel these plans.
Yeah.
I go anyways.
Same.
And
many times.
I end up having a great time.
Exactly.
And my blood sugar comes back into range.
Right.
I mean, sometimes it's not, but it's like sometimes like you have to think about the way you would want someone to show up for you.
Yeah.
And you have to like put not diabetes to the side.
Yeah.
But like maybe you modify your plan.
Right.
Maybe instead of like going on a run with your friend, you say, hey, my blood sugar has been high all day. I still value our time together, but can we go on a walk?
I'm just like thinking of a time I recently did that.
Yeah.
And like two of my best friends and I, we were supposed to go on a hike. And it's not necessarily diabetes, but it is health related. My stomach was like in shambles and it was killing me. And I was like, I want to see you guys so badly. But like, I feel really sick right now. I don't think I can do a hike. Like my body can't do that. Can we go on like a walk instead? And we did. And they were very supportive. And they were like, yeah, like, so we didn't cancel our plans, but we just modified our plans to better fit what was going on at the time. And so, yeah, this made me think of that, so.
No, I love that. I think modifying instead of canceling in the name of your health is really great. Using diabetes as your scapegoat or like your health as a scapegoat all the time.
Not so good.
Not cool.
Not cool.
But then like the high blood sugar thing, I see this excuse kind of a lot on social media. Like people, it might just be like joking,
right?
Like, oh, my blood sugar was high, that's why I was crabby, or that's why I yelled at you.
Yeah.
But I truly believe like you are in control of your emotions, and if you're not, we got to get you some better tools.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. I really try not to make that, for lack of a better term, excuse.
Yeah. Like it's okay that high blood sugars make you feel like garbage.
Yeah. And it's okay that you like are a bitch sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because nobody's going to be perfect. Okay. But like, don't just brush it off on diabetes. Just like do something to regulate your emotions. I'm talking to myself too. Okay.
We were just talking about this, projecting your
oh my God, projecting your high blood sugar on someone.
Yeah, don't project your high blood suger on your friends,
yeah,
your partners, like
no projecting your high blood sugar on anyone.
Keep it internal. You can like be a nice friend and still have a high blood sugar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that you said that your friends keep low snacks at their house for you. That's so cute.
It's so kind. No, so I was just on a bachelorette for my besties.
Yeah.
And we did this like bike tour through the jungle. It was 35 miles or maybe, I don't know. It was very long. Thankfully they were e-bikes.
Right.
Okay. So we get back and they are like dumping out their backpack because we also got poured on. So they're like dumping out their backpack.
Dumping out the water?
Like, no, thankfully. Just like all the the things inside of it.
I'm just like picturing like a backpack like dumping with rainwater.
And I see all of these Annie fruit snacks come out. And I'm like, God. What are those? What?
Your friends packed low snacks for you?
They packed low snacks. I said, how did you know about the Annie's ones? And they said, we remembered.
Teeny, that's some good ass friends right there.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. No, that is like the cutest thing ever.
Incredible. But like I didn't meet these friends until my mid-20s.
Wow.
I had to learn how to be a good friend. And like also understand what I should accept in a friendship.
Wow.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
They said we remembered.
It was so sweet.
One of my best friends, she doesn't live here. Like I traveled to see her, and she was like, let me know what I can get for you, like juice wise at the grocery store or something, so you don't have to bring it on the plane and like travel with it. And I was like, oh my God. And so when I got there was like Welch's sitting on my bedside table at her house.
It's just like the small little gestures of like, if you are a friend of a diabetic, like you just check in. How are you doing lately? Is there anything you want to talk about? Do you need anything from me? Sweet. And then even in the small moments, I remember maybe about a month or so ago, I'm sitting on the couch with my best friends for our weekly couch rot, where we just like sit and yap and watch our reality TV or whatever. And my low alarm went off, and it went, and I don't know why, like natural instinct was for me to like immediately like click silent. And then I was like, oh, sorry.
I do that too.
And they were like, don't apologize. Like,
oh my God, I remember you telling me that story. Yes. I was like, that's so cute.
And I just like, it was just like second nature for me to apologize for it. And then like, I know their stances don't apologize, but like to hear them say that, I was like,
no, it means so much. And it's crazy because like one day that could like, you could not react like that and like it wouldn't like really hit the same, but like other days like diabetes is harder and it just like hits so much harder. You're like, oh my God, wait, I needed to hear that I wasn't a burden. Like, thank you for that. Yeah. Thank you for that. Because I think as a diabetic, it's, at least for me, I constantly am reminding myself like, these people don't think I'm a burden. It's okay. Yeah. I'm not. I'm taking care of my health, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
I love that they did that.
Just the like extra little ounce of like reassurance occasionally.
Yeah.
You don't have to always be like, hey, by the way, I love you and your diabetes.
Right.
Exactly. Just like that, like the sly little moments, but it's like to be on the receiving end of it and to also know you're accepting of the receiving end of it. Like we can pour into our people. And they can also pour into you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just like sitting here and I'm thinking about how much I love my friends.
They're so great.
That made me think of, we were at the bar one time and my roommate and best friend, she saw my low alarm go off and she immediately like got up from the table and sprinted over to the bar and she was like, excuse me, I need juice.
Oh my God.
And like cut everyone in line.
Iconic.
And like she was like, I got you cranberry juice.
I love it. Yeah. So I think like
grateful.
I do want to backtrack though to like, okay, either you just got diagnosed or you're making new friends with diabetes. How do you feel about like what level they should know about diabetes and what level is like on you?
That's a good question. How do you know like when to bring it up, as you're saying?
No, I just mean like, what do you expect new people to know?
Okay.
Versus like, what is your responsibility to tell them?
I think personally, just reflecting on the friendships I made in the past few months, I expect nothing at first.
Yeah.
I truly expect nothing. Like, we're friends and like, this is my thing, and you know, like I just met you, like why would I put my life in your hands type of thing, you know what I mean? But like, if you've been my friend for a while, you know that I have diabetes and like I'm low and I'm treating my low. Like, I mean, I don't expect you to be like, are you good? But like, if you ask that, like that would be appreciated. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but when I'm making new friends, I truly don't really bring it up, not because I'm not proud or anything like that. I just don't feel the need to, and we're just hanging out in a group setting, and if I need to check my pump or do whatever, I just do it, and if they ask questions, cool. If they don't, also cool. I don't really think I expect anything.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think about the same answer. Like new people, like if I have diabetes and I'm meeting someone new, like they're coming into my world, I don't expect anything, and if they have questions, I will tell them. I'll probably give them diabetes 101 and move on with it. Yeah. And then if they're like, if the friendship evolves and they're like, hey, is there anything I can do for you or anything I might need from the friendship? Yeah. Diabetes related, it's on me to bring it up. I would never expect someone to know or research diabetes, like, would it be nice? Yeah. And am I going to tolerate ignorant comments? No. But I don't think anyone, like, I don't expect anyone to go into relationships with me knowing about diabetes.
I feel the same.
So then, like, let's say you are now bringing diabetes into the friendship. Like, you get diagnosed and you already have an existing friendship. How are you, like, how would you approach that? Like, maybe how did you approach that? Maybe not with your best friend and roommate who, like, is, I'm sure she was like, I don't want my friend to, like, not be here in the morning. So she probably felt like that extra little burden, and you guys have been friends for so long. So it's like a bit of a different friendship. But what about the friends that weren't her? How did you bring that up to them?
So friends that were pre-diagnosis friends and post-diagnosis friends, I think that, you know, the next time we hung out, or like, obviously I was a little bit MIA for a while because I was figuring my new life out and such. So it was also telling of like the people that wanted to reach out and know what was going on as well. So, and like in those that didn't, like, also cool.
Did you lose any friendships in that time because you went MIA? Did you explain, like, hey, I just had like this life-altering thing happen to me. I need a little bit of time.
The only thing I can really think of is it was, you know, I wasn't like totally close friends with them, but we had a trip planned and it was, you know, right after my diagnosis, and I had to cancel because it was like a week after my diagnosis, and I was like, I need to like figure my stuff out. And then after that, like, we didn't really connect as much and we didn't replan it. So I guess you could say that, but it's not that we're not friends now. We just like never really got close because we didn't go on that trip.
Gotcha.
Which is fine, and I don't really think much of it now, but I guess that's the only thing I can really think of in terms of losing friends pre and post diagnosis. But I think like seeing the people that reached out was telling. Obviously, no harm, no foul to those that didn't. Like, it's not their responsibility to do that. I think the next time I saw friends, they were like, oh, how are you? And then like it was obviously like the one of the most important things I thought of in that time.
Oh my God.
Like, it was just like in the forefront of my brain 24/7. So like I couldn't help but speak about it. So I think I would just kind of bring it up to them, and like, you know, when a friend asks, like, catch me up on your last few weeks, like, what have you been doing? And I'm like, well, actually, I've been learning how to live and give myself insulin and be an organ. Like, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
So I think, quite honestly, I was just like super upfront about it, and if they didn't want to listen, like, then I knew that that's not a friendship that I need to pour into anymore.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be my new reality, and it was going to be something that I continue to talk about, and that's a massive part of my life. So I think it was telling for me in a way, you know, I guess who was like a real one and who wasn't. But
I mean, but like when you're telling your friends, you're not expecting them to do anything other than just listen, right?
Yeah. I never told them, and I mean, I wasn't like, I have this, so you have to do this, and this now. Like, I can't do this, so you can't do this either. No, I literally was just telling them, I'm going to be carrying a cute purse with a bunch of stuff in it now. I wasn't expecting them to do anything. I was just basically being like, so guys, here's what happened. Here's what I will be doing with my life. And yeah, or if I start acting like this, maybe you can ask me if I'm okay or give me juice or something. But other than that, I'm good to go. You know? Yeah.
It's important to like let your close friends know. That's the other piece. We talk about like your management is your deal, but with that also, it is important that your friends know like what low blood sugar symptoms look like.
Yeah, and what to do in an emergency situation. I did teach my friends how to use a glucagon when I was first diagnosed. I did do that.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I really wouldn't expect them to do anything if they're like a new friend, because I don't know.
Right. The same way. Like,
what about you?
I probably like, I wouldn't expect like a romantic partner to go research diabetes. Like, yeah, that would be so nice.
Right.
It would be so nice, but like not a requirement for me.
Yeah.
I think it's up to
like
me.
It's not a make or break thing. Like, to be fair, like sometimes I just want to hang out and not talk about diabetes at all.
Yeah, so true. And
so
it's kind of like if you were talking about like a hobby with your friend, like if I was like, hey Carson, this is my new thing, crocheting. And I know it's crazy to compare diabetes to crocheting, but like you wouldn't then like go do like hours of research to learn how to support me in my crocheting journey. You know what I mean?
Or maybe I would.
Well, you know what? Yes, but I just think like it's kind of at the same level where it's like you might ask me like, oh cool, is there anything you really like about it? Or like, can I get you anything? Like, you want some new I don't know. Like, you want some more yarn? Yeah. I don't know. But like,
no, I get what you're saying.
You would ask questions, but you wouldn't like go do the most.
Exactly.
And I'm not expecting that of my friends.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah. In the same breath, if you're my friend listening to this, I'm just kidding.
Get her more yarn for crocheting.
Step up. You guys have been lacking.
No, totally real kidding. Talk. If your friends listening to this, we heart you.
We love you guys. You're the best.
Especially because you're listening to this. Like, thanks.
That's so supportive. Really just support your friends. Be there. And also you should be a good friend.
Yeah. Be a good friend.
Yeah. Okay.
And period. Okay. Should we do a little green flag, red flag action? This is our new game. We love it. We did it last week with relationships, like romantic relationship with diabetes. And it was really fun. So we're going to do it with friendships.
Let's do it. Okay. Easy one.
Okay.
This is what do they call them in softball? I'm not sporty at all.
What?
In softball, they call like easy pitches to you.
I have no idea. A softball? Like, is it called a softball?
No, it's called like a...
I have literally no clue. I know nothing about
Someone
sports.
Listening to this is like screaming at their phone. It's called a...
If you play softball, let us know what it's called.
Well, I'm thinking like a layup, but that's basketball. You know, like where it's like, this is so easy.
I don't know, but just say it.
Okay. They pack low snacks for you.
Green flag.
Green flag.
Love that. Okay. Picture this. You're at a bar, kind of crowded. You're with a group of friends. Your blood sugar's low. Your friend hears the alarm. They go get you juice, but they come back and they have the juice for you, but they announce that your blood sugar is low to everyone and kind of like make it a thing. Green or red flag?
Oh, this is a tough one.
Hard, right?
I think it would be, I mean, it's still a green flag for me.
I agree.
I think like, I want the attention.
See, like if my blood sugar is low, I want to be alone. Like I don't want anyone to like not anyone to know, but I just get so overstimulated when my blood sugar is low. So I'm like, nobody talk to me, please.
That's valid. No, and it's like, I was totally joking about the attention thing, but I wouldn't mind people know. I wouldn't mind people knowing why I'm not talking or why I'm not engaging in conversation without having to be like, I'm not ignoring you. I just don't have the mental capacity to talk right now.
I mean, if I had $1 for every time I said that, I'd be a rich man.
It depends on how the friend approached it too. Like if they're like, nobody talk to Carson, she's low.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't?
I don't know. I don't really know. I think if I was low, I'd just be like, I don't care about anything.
Yeah. Totally valid.
But I get very overstimulated when I'm low. I think it's a green flag for me because they're getting me juice and I'm just going to like
let the rest fly.
Let the rest go because I'm low and I probably wouldn't care. I would just be like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind people knowing why I'm not speaking because I low key, like, I hate the line of, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just low. Or like, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just waiting for my blood sugar to come up. Like, oh my God, I've said that so many times.
You're like, well.
And it's like not anyone's fault. Like you can't do anything. Like you just have to say that.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it makes it hard in social settings, I feel like, because then like, when you are like alive and well, it's like someone's like less inclined to talk to you. You know, like you've already planted the seed that you're not going to talk back. So.
And like everyone always wants to be like, which is so kind. Like, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm okay. I'm just slow. Like,
well, and it's so bad when like the fifth person asks you and you're just like, yup. I'm good.
Like, I don't know. It's such a hard line because they're just trying to be nice. But it's like, I am okay. My blood sugar is just lower. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think green flag because I got you juice. What do you think?
I'll let the other part slide.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Your friend tells you that you talk about diabetes too much. Green flag or red flag?
That's hard.
Yeah.
I think that it would rub me the wrong way. But I don't think I would, like, let it do more than just rub me the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think I would be like, oh, what an odd thing to say. But then I think I would just be like, oh, haha, like, and then in my head just be like, oh, kind of an odd thing to say. But then just kind of like let it slide off my back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Neutral flag, question mark?
I think that's valid. I think
like I want them to be honest.
Yeah. And I would do, like if it's bothering them, I don't know.
It's so hard. That was a good one.
It's like, am I self-aware to understand if I'm actually talking about it too much?
Right.
Or am I just like genuinely sharing a few moments with my friends?
Yeah. What's the context? Like, are you actually?
Do I have like a different outlet where I can openly talk about, like, if I'm going to therapy on a weekly basis, I really doubt I'm like spilling it all to my friends.
Yeah.
But if you don't have an outlet and you are spilling it all to your friends, maybe they're just protecting their peace and their boundaries.
Yeah, it could very much be heavy if that is all you're talking about. Yeah. I think it would definitely I'd be like,
yeah.
All right.
And it's on the delivery too.
Yes.
If it's like, I can see this is like really bothering you, but you've been talking about it a lot.
Yeah.
Is there anything else like you could do to like support that? Or if they're like, shut up, you've talked about this 10 million times this week, like that's like way different.
Yes, way different. I do think I would be a little bit like, ooh. Yeah. Okay.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't feel good regardless of how they say it, because you're like,
of course I'm talking about it so much. I live with it every freaking second. Okay.
But then you'd have to like really introspectively be like, oh, am I? And then figure out how
it would require a lot of self-reflection.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever done that to you before?
No.
Me neither.
No, thank God.
Me neither. Yet. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I do find that like having a diabesity makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah,
it makes it, I mean, we have a whole podcast about diabetes. So we talk about diabetes a lot.
Yes.
But also like I can like kind of let things like fly more freely. Like if I'm like, we're randomly walking and like I'm in the middle of a story and then I'm just like, ugh, my blood sugar. And then like, or we say something about an insulin pump and then like we go back to it. I know you think nothing of it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're not like, oh, wow, she's talking about it a lot. But because that's not like a topic always on like a friend with non-diabetes, like it's not always on their mind. So they might clock it a little bit more.
That's a good perspective. Never thought about it that way.
Yeah. But I don't think you need to hold that stuff back from your friends. Like they probably want to hear about your lived experience.
Yeah. Okay.
You go low. You pass out. Your friend gives you insulin.
Red flag. Oh my. No. If you're my friend, you know better than that. Come on now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, red flag, please.
Red flag.
Oh my God.
Please no. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay, but like less extreme. You have a low blood sugar and your friend asks, do you need some insulin?
Neutral flag.
Okay.
Education flag.
Yeah, it doesn't make you a shitty friend. It just is like, wait a second, were you paying attention?
Yeah, I think it also depends on how long you've been friends with them too.
For sure.
And like, because if it's your first time meeting them and they have never met anyone with diabetes in their life, like I didn't know what someone needed like when their blood sugar was low. I don't know.
Right.
So I'm throwing up the education flag with that one.
Okay. Yeah. Education flag on the field.
Yeah, I would just be like, oh, let me actually explain really quick.
Yeah, like this could get kind of dangerous, so let me just correct you right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I would agree with that. Cool. And this was green flag, red flag.
These are fun.
That was fun. Okay. Well, this is a wrap on our friendship with diabetes epi.
Yay.
We hope you not only go out there and make the most wonderful friends, but I hope you are a wonderful friend.
Yeah.
And you show up for your people and you allow them to show up for you.
Love it. What she said.
Ditto.
And what she said. Yep.
I love it. Okay. Thank you for listening to Hotline to Her. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review. The hotline is now open, so if you have a question or a story you would like to share with us to be featured on the podcast, we would love to have your voice here. Stay hot.
And chat soon.
Bye.
Hotline to Her is for educational and entertainment purposes only and reflects personal experience. It is not medical, mental health, or therapeutic advice. Woo!
Okay, cool.
Yay! Stopper. I'm hungry.